What's going on, everybody? Zeke here, back with an episode, and today we're talking about that new Lume Cube 2.0. So Lume Cube sent this to me a few weeks ago for me to start testing out, and as of today they are making the announcement that they have a new light out, which is going to be this guy. This is going to be version 2, coming off of the heels of this guy right here. Actually, it would be coming off the heels of Lume Cube Air, but we're not talking about Lume Cube Air today. We're talking about regular Lume Cube. So I guess we would call this Lume Cube 1.0, and this is going to be Lume Cube 2.0. So let's go ahead and get this bad boy unboxed, and I'll let you know everything you get when you order and get one of these in the mail. So here we go. So when you open up the box, actually this is one of the very first things you're going to see, and I want to say the packaging here actually resembles a lot of what you would see when you got Lume Cube Air, and it's been a while, so I don't quite remember everything I got when I got the original Lume Cube. But when you get the case, you'll have the actual Lume Cube. You're going to have a modification frame. This is very similar to what they did for the modification frame for the Lume Cube Air. You're going to get a couple warming gels and softening gels. You're going to get the mount for your DSLR, and here's the big one, USB Type-C. The new light is USB Type-C. So praise Lord Jesus Christ, our heaven has served your earth. I mean, yes, USB-C. I am so excited for that. So, all right, first we're gonna get this bad boy peeled open here. And they actually have the whole thing already attached. So let's see, is there anything else underneath? Yep, so we got the DSLR mount. Here is your USB Type-C charging cable. You got some documentation. We can get rid of that. We don't need this anymore. We don't need this anymore. We're just gonna leave this off to the side here. And then we have, okay, that pops off. And they just went ahead and stacked the magnetic for the different warming gels, and they actually talk about what you have. So you have warm level 3, and then you have a diffusion light. So we're going to take a look at those here in a minute. And then we just have some product documentation, some specs, and how to actually use the units. So we'll put that aside here. Let's just take a quick little look at the build quality on the hot shoe mount. That's nice. So you have 2 different rings. So you can slide that into your hot shoe on your camera, and then you can bring that up to help cinch down the light. So that's a nice little touch. USB-C again, thank you so much. Look at that. And here's just the frame. This is just like a plastic that mounts, gets wedged in there so that you can then mount the warming gels, which is nice because they're magnetic, so they're easily and quickly you can pull them off. So let's put this aside. So let's go ahead and compare it to the original Lume Cube. So if I put them side by side, can't really tell too much. One of the dead giveaways out of that I'm seeing here is that the inside of the light here has this more of a white look, whereas Lume Cube 1.0 has this yellow look. As far as the rest of the build quality is concerned, looking very similar. This is a nice little touch. They've actually put little indicators on the buttons. You didn't get that on Lume Cube 1.0, so now you have a little plus and a little minus, and you have a little power switch there, which is nice. Quarter 20 mount on the bottom, same as Lume Cube 1.0. But here is the big difference. Lume Cube 1.0 had this kind of, you had to screw this on and off. You could do that with like a small flathead or a quarter, and you had your micro USB in there. But now look what they've done. Now this is such a nice little touch. It's a little rubber door, and we have USB-C, and they've also labeled it now on the back, so that's another nice little touch. So you have Lume Cube LC V2. So LC would be Lume Cube, obviously, V2. So overall, this is a super nice little convenience to get that in there. You know, they talk about on the box here, on the back, different ways that you can use the different Lume Cubes. They talk about it's waterproof and portable, so they're still saying that this guy's waterproof even with that little rubber door. and I would go for that. I'm definitely a fan. You can mount that on top of your camera. I'm gonna start using this specifically. I ride in the morning to get to the ferry, and it's pretty dark out. So this is where I'm gonna start to put this through the paces, and we'll be dropping that in a second video, more or less like beyond my first impressions and actual use case. Overall build quality though, feels the same. Just huge fan. You know what, Lume Cube 1.0, you're getting out of the picture now. So, first impressions, I'm gonna say my top 3 things around Lume Cube 2.0 that I'm a fan of. Number 1, it is USB Type-C. Number 2, I can now easily get to charge it by just simply pulling back this little rubber door, and then I can just get that back in there. And number 3, I like how they've identified the plus and the minus for your brightnesses and just making things a little bit easier. And this also looks like an indicator light that will turn on once you get the Lume Cube fired up. So that's it. Those are my first impressions. They have just announced this. I don't know the pricing on this yet, but I'll have everything linked down below. I've had other videos on Lume Cubes. I'll go and throw those up in the corner. But I hope you guys enjoyed this, my first impressions here on the new Lume Cube 2.0. Lume Cube, thank you so much for sending this my way, and we're gonna start putting this through its paces. If you guys haven't subscribed to the channel yet, go ahead and give that little icon a hit so you can get notified when I do more reviews. Get that little bell icon when I post my my next video. But more importantly, have yourself a wonderful day, stay creative, and keep smiling. Take care, everybody. Peace.